Alright, hi everyone. Okay, so what I've got to share for you today is something which technically it's just been released today. However, if you lived in South Korea, you've been able to get this for the best part of a year now, or if you were willing to pay 4 times the RRP, you could have got one from eBay. What is it? Well, it's the GNF Toys Boom8 Sonic the Hedgehog figures. Yeah, Boom8 appears to be basically like a figure line. You know how we've got Funko Pops and, well, basically Funko Pops. Basically, Boom8 is kind of like a specialist figure series line, and they actually did they're actually doing Sonic the Hedgehog figures now. So for about a year now, there's been 2 Sonic figures available, but they've only been available in South Korea. And trying to order from there if you're not a South Korean citizen is very, very difficult, unless you're willing to pay 4 times the actual price through eBay sellers, which I'm not. However, First 4 Figures announced several months ago they were partnering with GNF Toys to actually bring these figures to the West. So yeah, that's why I've got this now. And interestingly, it actually comes in its own little box. Yeah, if you bought both figures together, it comes in this quite nice looking white combo box, or combo pack as they call it. Anyway, let's take a look at them, shall we? So yeah, there's nothing on this outer box at all except the Sonic the Hedgehog logo and GNF Toys and First 4 Figure Partnerships logo that's there. Yeah, but anyway, we open it up and we can see the 2 figures are in there. So let's get straight into this. Oops. Okay, and wow, I really like the look of these. Yeah, I have to say that they absolutely nailed the packaging design on these. I really like it. It's a really cool design. I think I prefer this one in terms of the actual packaging design to the blue one. Although I've just realised actually, they're now sort of the standardised packaging is now moving into more of the darker blue version. This is kind of more like the old style, but yeah. Anyway, let's just take a look. Yeah, we've got the usual warnings on here. This product is for ages 15 and up. This is not a toy. And GNF Toys logo. Whoops, these are very light. I just feel like I'm throwing them around. And, ooh, that's cool. Yeah, that's interesting. So we've got one here. So this obviously shows you what the figure is, and they've got some standard stock art to show it, but I like the fact that there's no... Damn, I really am throwing this around. We've got a figure here of Sonic running as well, but we don't have a stock art of that, so we're just going to slap this on there. And we've got Sonic looking like that. And on the top of these, sorry, pushing them over there, we've got the Sonic the Hedgehog logo, and there's nothing on the bottom. Okay, so I've got to say, these look really awesome just by looking at them through the packaging, so I'm really hoping that's the same when we actually get these. We have to take these out, so let's take a look at them. I have sort of pre-opened these ready this time, so yeah, no messing about with it on the camera. Alright then, wow, very easy to open up and get out. Good God, these are light. Okay, so this is the figure. It's very, very, you know what, it's very light. Right. Okay. Don't get me wrong, it's really awesome. I really like it, and I really like the paint job. The paint job's really good, and I really like the tone, the blue tone that they've used. They've really nailed that. Yeah, it's like a strange lighter blue than what Sonic usually is, and I really like that. I think that's cool. But do you know what? The figure feels very cheap. It feels incredibly cheap. The base is just like really cheap plastic. I mean, look at that. The actual figure as well. You would have to you really arrive at it to break it, but it does feel a bit on the cheap side, I've got to say. I feel sorry for you if you were one of the people that paid 4 times the RRP for this, because I don't think that it's worth that much. Yeah, these I think in South Korea when you converted it, I think these were they were somewhere between £8 to £12. So, oh golly, in American money you're looking at $12 to $15. I think. I think I'm not 100% certain what the exchange rate is these days, but yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that's a good price point for these. I don't think they should be very much more than that. I think maybe First Floor Figures are charging a little bit too much on these at the moment, because I don't think they're worth that much. But that said, there's a lot of stuff I do like about it. Like, I like the fact that Sonic's smile is actually, you know, we can actually see it, because a lot of the times when you get figures like this, you can't see the smile, or there's just like a cut where it should be. There's actually quite a lot of detail. Like, yeah, actually, just looking at this now, I've not really spotted any paint errors, but the paint is very glossy and very shiny, which is quite unusual for figures like this. I do genuinely like it, and I like the fact that it looks like that this isn't the standard shape as well. You know, it looks like there's. I've heard people like say this, and I've never fully understood what it means, and I'm going to say this now, and some of you are going to be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" It looks like there's some movement here, the way this foot is angled. Because if you look at the... Yeah, it doesn't really show you it on the actual... on the artwork itself, but it does actually look like, you know, he's just put his foot back there and he's sort of just about to rest it. You know, he's not quite posed just yet. But yeah, I'm not sure what to say. The base is very cheap. The base is very cheap, and the plastic itself, it feels cheap, but it feels very well made, that like a lot of time went into it, you know, because there's no paint errors on it. Everything stands out really well. It's very glossy and really does stand out. So yeah, I'm not sure what to think of that one. But anyway, let's take a look at this one and see what this one is like. Okay. Oh wow, I really like this one. Yeah, okay. I like this one a lot more. Oops, let the camera focus there. Again, same problem with the base. The base feels incredibly cheap, and ooh, just noticed. Yeah, okay, so it's only held on by, oh, goodness me, the joint there is very. Yeah, it's not holding by much, but it is holding. That's really good. I really like this, and I think one of the reasons why I like it is because it's a really unique pose. You know, we've got a lot of figures, and there's a lot of imagery of Sonic standing like that, but we don't really have much of this, especially not with the arms out, you know, like that. So I really like this one. Yeah, I really like this one. This one's a lot better. The material is the same, but again, the paint job is so good. And I've just noticed as well, is his face exactly the same? Can't really tell. It might be slightly... No, I think it is. Yeah, I think the heads are exact... Yeah, they are. They definitely are. Yeah, okay, so the heads are the same. The heads are exactly the same, which is a bit... yeah, but a few points down there for that, because obviously that saves them a hell of a lot of money. Again, considering what these were priced in South Korea, I think they've absolutely nailed it. eBay resellers, yeah, just go away. Yeah, they're not worth 4 times the price. And I think First Floor Figures are... I can't remember how much they were charging. I want to say it was probably 2 times the RRP, but that includes shipping as well and no customs, so... not sure what to say. I think it might be just over what I think they really should be charging for these, but I have to say I do really like this figure. I really like this one. This is the best figure for me out of the pair. I just wish it was in the the nicer looking packaging. Okay, so I think I'm just going to cut the video here, and we'll just get a bit of a closer look at these. Okay, so I've brought the camera down now so we can take a look at these without me holding them and shaking them around everywhere. Okay, so what do I think of these overall? Alright, this is very difficult to say. There's a lot of factors which are sort of making me preventing me from going, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing ever! Woo, go out and buy these right now! Yay, they're amazing! Okay, let's start with the biggest factor, I think, is the price. Okay, so let's get the big elephant in the room out of the way right now. If you see these on eBay and they're like £30 per figure or whatever the ridiculous sum was that people were selling these for when they very first came out a year ago, no. No, no, no. Stay away. They are not worth that much. Okay? They really are not. They do not justify a price of that high. If you see these for sale and they're priced at what people in South Korea were paying, which is somewhere around £10, 10 to £15, basically the price of a standard Funko Pop. Yes, definitely. They are so worth it for that price. They are definitely worth it for that price. They are awesome little collectibles. Their design is really good. The packaging is really good. They are definitely worth it at that price. What if you're someone like me who bought these from First 4 Figures and had to pay their obvious, slight markup, but nowhere near as bad as eBay? That's a tricky one. The problem I've got is I think the First 4 Figures price is a little bit too high at the moment, especially when you factor in their shipping cost. It's very difficult to justify it at that price. Literally the only justification is, well, unless you live in South Korea, and you might be wondering, well, why can't you just order these directly from South Korea? It's not that simple due to the consumer laws that they have there. It's very difficult for someone living outside of South Korea to order anything from the country. Anyway, that aside, so yeah, you're basically stuck with First 4 Figures, and they're fine. I mean, I like this. I like this little box back here that it comes in as an extra, but is it worth their markup price? I'm not sure. I mean, yay, it saves you from buying extortionate fees from the extortionate prices that eBay resellers will do, but I'm not too sure on the First 4 Figures actual overall price for these. I think it might be a bit too high, and it's annoying because I can't remember how much I did pay for them exactly, but I want to say it was about double the South Korean price per figure, so maybe I think it was £20 each in total plus shipping on that, so £40 plus shipping, which is it's quite a lot of money for what you're getting, but then you are, you're not paying the extortionate, which is 3 to 4 times the actual RRP. So on that, I say, yeah, I'm glad I actually own them. The issue is the quality of them isn't as high as I would have hoped. The main problem, I think, is the base. The base is just so... It feels really cheap. It feels very, very cheap, and the fact it's just like a black base as well, it's not that exciting. This figure, I think, is the worst of the two, just because it's such a generic pose that we've had a million times before. This figure, I love this. I just love it. Yes, we've got a lot of running Sonic figures, but I don't think we've had one which is quite this design. I'm slightly disappointed that the heads of the two figures are blatantly identical. They really are. I wasn't sure at first because I wasn't sure if the eyes were slightly different, but they definitely are the same, from the same mold, so a few points down there for that. But otherwise, I do genuinely really do like these figures. I think what the big issue is, if you get these, a big factor in your enjoyment is how much you actually paid for them. That's going to factor in quite a lot, because I think the South Korean price absolutely nails it, but I don't think... The eBay price definitely does not justify it. The First 4 Figures price is very different. It's going to be very subjective for a lot of people, and for me, I think it's just outside what I think they should be charging for these. But otherwise, I do really like them. I think they look great. They're also one of the few figures which I think would look actually great still in the box on display as well, so that's a good plus. I know that Tails and Knuckles are on the way, and what was the name of that? GNF Toys have actually shown Badniks as well. So I may get the others, I'm not sure. I might just get the Badniks if they get released, because I do really like the Badnik figures. But yeah, I think that's probably all I can say on this. I do like them, don't get me wrong, I do like them, but I think whether you should rush out and buy them or not really determines on how much you're willing to spend. And for me, I think £10 to £15 is a spot-on price per figure. Any more than that, and it's going to be I think it's more, do you care about how much do you put into the build quality overall is going to really factor that in. Okay guys, I think that's all I've got to say. Thanks very much for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and hit that like button so I know you're watching and like stuff, yay! And hit that bell button if you like what I do and want to support the channel even more. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching, and see you again next time. Goodbye.